Sawadee good morning and welcome to Newsline. I'm Chulapansa Narula. Thank you very much for joining us on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88 and also through NBT World. It's Wednesday, August 19th of 2015. In today's Thailand Moves Forward, Prime Minister Janet Prayut Chan-o-cha instructed officials to give all available support to victims of the blast that took place at Rajprasong intersection on Monday evening while condemning those behind the attack. In his televised address on Tuesday, the Prime Minister of Thailand called the attack an abhorrent act of violence which he believes was aimed at damaging the economy and tourism of the country. He pledged that Thai authorities will, to the best of their capabilities, employ all available measures to render support and assistance to Thais and foreigners who have been afflicted by this tragedy. He confirmed that the Royal Thai government shall expedite all investigative efforts to find the perpetrators and bring them to justice. For foreign nationals residing in Thailand, including embassies, consulates and international organizations, the Royal Thai government pledges to safeguard their security of life, property and interest to the best of Thailand's abilities. At the moment, the Prime Minister asked that all citizens from every sector remain vigilant to any activity that may seem noticeably irregular, while also exhibiting Thailand's virtues as well as creating understanding with the international community so that the nation and beloved institution maintain enduring stability. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has held a press conference to inform foreign countries on recent developments on the bomb incident at Rajprasong intersection. The conference stated that on August 17th, the authorities were able to secure the bomb site and assist the victims. Rescue authorities escorted the injured to the 11 nearby hospitals and have been identifying the deceased and contacting their families.
It's a sad day for Thailand, and I thank the various governments and heads of governments and leaders who have expressed condolences, voicing support for the Thai people, for the Thai nation. We sincerely appreciate that, and I think it has given encouragement to the Thai people to persevere and overcome this difficult period.
The ministry expressed his confidence to the families of the deceased and vowed to provide assistance to the injured to the best of its abilities. Meanwhile, the authorities are launching full investigative efforts to bring the perpetrators to justice.
The purpose was to reassure them that the ministry is here for them. We're ready to receive their concerns. We're ready to answer any queries and assist them in coordinating with Thai authorities to identify those that were casualties, those that have been injured, or which hospitals they are in. So around 11 in total.
The ministry revealed that it has been coordinating with various embassies in providing them with the latest updates from the Thai authorities. Furthermore, the ministry will swiftly grant visas to the families of the victims in order for them to quickly travel to Thailand. Various governments have publicly condemned the perpetrators of the deadly blast in Bangkok, which killed at least 20 people and injured more than 100 people on Monday. Prime Minister Tony Abbott of Australia said that the Australian Federal Police and other state agencies have offered assistance to the government of Thailand to help with the investigation of the deadly explosion, even though there has been no Australian casualty from the incident. Mr. Abbott has called the attack as an act of cruelty which aimed at innocent people. Meanwhile, the Chinese government has urged the Thai government to launch a full investigation into the incident and to find the culprits who should face severe punishment for the crime, after at least 4 Chinese nationals were killed and 20 others were injured in the explosion. Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak also condemned the attack, which killed and injured Malaysian nationals, while assigning the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Malaysian Embassy in Bangkok to extend any assistance to the families of the victims, while the Singapore government has also been working with its Thai counterpart after one Singaporean woman was killed in the blast. Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, has issued a statement condemning the bombing and offering condolences to the Thai government, families of those who were killed and the injured, while the European Union also issued a statement expressing sincere condolences to the families of the victims and wishing a speedy recovery to all those wounded. And joining us now on our phone interview today is Mr. Stanley Kang, who is the chairman of the Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce in Thailand, to see how the JFCCT thinks about the incidents that took place Monday evening. Swadika, good morning, Mr. Stanley.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Annie.
Thank you very much for joining us. Now, the two bombing incidents in Bangkok at Raj Prasong and Sathorn Pier have shook people within the city of Bangkok. But in terms of investment and trade, how much has it impacted the investment sentiment?
I think that we feel very sorry about these things. And then we just hope that all the family, whoever lost their life, that they can be fine. And I think the investment, we are still have strong confidence with Thailand for the investment, because I think it's not, this issue is nothing to do with our investment in Thailand.
But in the meantime, how are the businesses coping with the possible economic impact?
I think all the time this thing happens. First thing that the first business have the impact will be the tourism business all the time.
I see. So that is obviously a concern with the tourism industry to be affected, given that half of the casualties and injuries were foreigners, and a few countries have also issued warnings coming to Thailand. Now, this would probably be a short-term impact in your point of view, or would it impact us in the next quarters leading to the year 2016?
I hope it be the short-term impact. It will depend on how we do the investigation and how we find out the reason to the public that what happened really at the back of this issue.
I see. So basically, you think it will be a psychological impact in the short term?
Of course, you know, even all the foreign friends here, we see the news from abroad first. So you can see that the media influence are very much. So that we believe that even the foreign media out of Thailand, some of them are reporting very seriously. So that will hurt the image, or they will have come with a big impact there. So I think that we got to find a way to qualify with them about the current situation here.
Now, in your opinion, what is the current outlook of the economy, the overall economy?
Overall economic, you know that whole world economy is not that good. So Thailand exporting are reducing, not just Thailand, several the country among this region that are all reducing. And so overall economy is not good. And by this case, will have some impact with the tourism business. For these 2 days, I still we just run up on airport to see a lot of tourism coming. But we are not sure for the next 1 or 2 weeks what will happen. We have to take a look on that. But of course, tourism is one of the big income for Thailand with the GDP figure too. So we have to monitoring a little bit for 1 or 2 weeks to see what will be to happen there.
I see. Aside from the tourism businesses, what about the other business sectors? What would be your suggestions in times of economic slowdown, and also with the integration of the ASEAN Economic Community, which is coming up at the end of this year? What are your suggestions for businesses to cope within times like this?
I think the most important is everybody's own productivity and innovation, and the way of putting on the new model. To have competitiveness in their supply chain and their business development there. Because today it's very transparency and very open market around the world. So information goes very fast too. So if any company, they have to continue to do their innovation and service sector to ensure that their business can be stable grow there.
I see. Now, let me ask you a bit about the weakening baht. Is this a concern since you have a number of business associations under your umbrella that you are overseeing? Has there been a concern about the Thai currency weakening?
Thai currency weakening, you compare with regionally, I think we are still okay, because Indonesia rupee are even decreasing more. And even several months before that, you know, the Japan yen is already make a big QE and depreciation there. And since that they're going to have more depreciation on that. And also the Asian economic by the RMB, the yuan from China. And 2 weeks ago, they have the depreciation for 3%. And I do see that they will have the further depreciation again. So this, as a comparison there, I think Thai baht still stay in a well range for the global currency.
I see. Now, coming from a business perspective, when we come back to the bombing incidents that actually took place in Bangkok and at Sathorn, what would be your suggestions to the government in regards to regaining foreigners' confidence and improving the country's image?
I think first they have to make the fast investigation and make sure that what the incident will this happen. And at the same time, whoever be injured by this accident, I think that we have to find a way how to help them too.
In the meantime, are there any specific measures which JFCCT has come out with to help the private sector?
Not incidentally. In fact, 2 years ago, we already have a forum to discuss about the safety of the tourists in Thailand. And about 2 months ago, we started arranging this forum again at early October. Of course, it's not because of this incident, but anyway, we always say that on the tourism business, because Thailand is one of the big tourism coming place. So we have to make sure that all the security and safety issues there. So we are taking that forum again to see how can we support and assist on this kind of issue.
I see. In terms of new investments, what is the atmosphere looking like as we look into the 12 months ahead?
I think that, in the past, a lot of investment come to Thailand in this region, especially selecting for Thailand because Thailand is the only place. But these days, they do have the opening market in ASEAN, like Philippines attracts some of the investment, Indonesia, Vietnam, even Myanmar is trying to do so. And our neighboring country, Malaysia, is very aggressive on attracting all the foreign direct investment too. I think Thailand have a very good fundamental and the basement for all these foreign investment. But we should find a good policy and to tell the foreign investment of what kind of industry we are welcome to come investment here. And at the same time, we should keep good incentive to attract people to come to investment here.
All right, well, that's all the time we have this morning. Mr. Kang, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your views right here on Newsline. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
That was the chairman of the Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce in Thailand, Mr. Stanley Kang. Let's move on to our next news. The Prime Minister has chaired the official opening of the special event in which thousands of innovations related to Thai traditional medicine have been put on display. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has officially opened the Medical Innovation of Thailand event and told the fairgoers that the idea of National Innovation System is truly a key to the enhancement of Thailand's potential. The Prime Minister stated that such an idea should be connected with other systems such as the macroeconomics, education and information technology structure. He added that the government always gives an importance to the extended research that will lead to more innovations and more modern production processes as well as improved services, all of which will allow for more commercial uses and promote Thailand's exports to the world market. The Medical Innovation of Thailand will continue until August 20th at Impact Forum, Muang Thong, Thani. And according to the Prime Minister, the Cabinet reshuffle list has been submitted for royal endorsement, while Major General Sansern Kaew has been promoted to the government spokesperson's post. Following the cabinet meeting at the Government House this morning, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha gave an interview concerning the much-anticipated cabinet shake-up. He revealed that the new list of ministers has already been submitted to His Majesty the King for consideration. Once the list is royally endorsed, he affirmed clarifications will be made accordingly. Furthermore, the Premier made known that the cabinet also agreed to officially appoint Major General Sansern Kaew as the government spokesperson. He said Major General Sansern is considered suitable for the post, given that he has been working for the government from the very beginning. Major General Sansern earlier confirmed he had signed a resignation letter for the post of Deputy Government Spokesperson. In compliance with the Prime Minister's instruction, leading to speculations that he would be made the new spokesperson. And we'll now take a short break, of course checking the exchange rates and commodity prices first as well, and then we'll come back with ASEAN and beyond and other international news. Stay with us.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The 7th core value: understanding true democratic ideals with His Majesty the King as head of state.
This is Thailand at large.
The show which is about to take you to the new experiences with the exciting stories.
With charming fascination. With a touch of Thainess.
Join us on NBT World.
Explore with us and you'll know and love Thailand even more than before.
Multiple perspectives, insightful commentary on Thailand with The Insider every Sunday morning at 10:30 on NBT and NBT World.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Now to ASEAN and beyond. This year, Thailand's Government Public Relations Department received the honor to host the annual Asia-Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development 2015 Summit in Chiang Mai Province. NBT World correspondent Panot Sinsap is there to report on the proceedings.
A very good morning. Currently, I'm in Chiang Mai Province at Le Méridien Hotel, the venue for this year's 41st annual gathering of the Asia-Pacific Institute for Broadcasting and Development, or AIBD. This summit meeting is being hosted by the Government Public Relations Department, or PRD. The meeting got underway yesterday and will conclude tomorrow on the 20th of August. This gathering offers a good chance for organizations and personnel in the media from the larger Asia-Pacific region to come together to discuss emerging broadcasting technologies, how to develop content that matters, as well as to assess the current state of the media. Participants come from government agencies, non-governmental organizations, institutions of higher learnings, and private sector and individual professionals. The Asia-Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development, or AIBD, was established in 1977 under the auspices of UNESCO to advance electronic media capabilities in Asia.
We are gathering of all the participants from Asian Pacific nations, and Chiang Mai feels it's a great honor for all the participants to come and join us here. Great honor for us. So on behalf of the Royal Thai government, I'm representing this evening to this opening ceremony.
ก่อนอื่นต้องกราบเรียนนะครับว่าเป็นความภาคภูมิใจของประเทศไทยอีกครั้งหนึ่งครับที่เราได้เป็นเจ้าภาพในการประชุมใหญ่สามัญประจำปี AIBD ซึ่งเป็นสถาบันในการพัฒนาวิทยุกระจายเสียงและโทรทัศน์ของเอเชียแปซิฟิกถือว่าเป็นการทบทวนบทบาทหน้าที่ที่ได้ทำร่วมกันมาตลอด1 ปีและได้มีการแสดงความคิดเห็นหารือกันในอันที่จะพัฒนาเราเชื่อมั่นเหลือเกินว่า AIBD ก็จะเป็นองค์กรสำคัญที่จะทำให้การสื่อสารในเอเชียแปซิฟิกมีความเข้มแข็งมากยิ่งขึ้นและเป็นหนึ่งเดียวกันครับ
To make dialogue about the progress of AIBD, encourage regional cooperation for electronic media to assist the members to make a progress in human resources development and consistent with their developmentary needs and assist them with capacity building and consultancy. Content is very important for broadcasting or for media for the future. And AIBD, we always discuss about how to make creative content because content is the king.
Until the 20th, those at the AIBD gathering, which includes 41 organization members from 26 countries and 66 other additional members, are discussing further cooperation on many development projects and ways to improve their content. I'm Panosi Sinsap for NBT World in Chiang Mai.
In other news, talks on peace process in South Sudan ended Monday without a complete peace deal reached between rival parties in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. According to mediators IGAD, South Sudan government required 2 weeks before signing the peace deal that was accepted by the South Sudanese rebels. Under the mediation, the agreement was signed by representatives of the opposition and former detainees of South Sudan, as well as by other stakeholders, towards ending the more than 20-month conflict in the world's youngest nation. Dramatic video captured a great white shark jumping out of the water as it chased a seal off the Massachusetts coast in Monomoy on Monday. Researchers with the Massachusetts Division of Marine Fisheries and the Atlantic White Shark Conservancy caught the dramatic encounter on video. Now the seal can be seen leaping out of the water and hitting the shark with its tail. And there it is. Dramatic indeed. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. Thank you very much for joining us. And today we end the program by, saying goodbye with newly born sand kittens delighting the crowds at Safari Park near Tel Aviv. These cats were considered extinct in Israel. I'm Chalapan Sanarula. Swadee ka.